It's a beautiful morning. Sun's coming up. About 5.5 miles in. Been trying to, my plan was to run the first 32 miles at about a 15-minute pace. Super slow, but I so blew myself up on the Georgia Jewel by throwing my plan out the window. So I tried to start out at a 15-minute pace. I'm definitely towards the back. There's maybe 5 or 6 people behind me. Total in the race are 50 registered. Honestly, it was 15 minutes was just way too slow. This isn't nearly as hard as so far. And so I've allowed myself to be closer to about a 13-minute pace, 30-minute pace. And so yeah, about to hit 6 miles. Sun's finally coming up, as you can see. Looks beautiful. Trail's nice. Nice crisp 40 degrees. Yeah, even right now I'm running about a 12-minute pace. So I'm gonna slow it down just a touch. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. I need to keep telling myself that. Plenty of time. If I'm feeling good and it's my day, I'll reel them in at the end. And if not, well, this isn't a bad way to spend a Sunday. So, all right, that's it for now. All right, just hit mile 11. Saw some of my buddies, Joe and Troy, which I tried to merge together to call Joy. It's kind of funny. So we're moving right along this thing. Ooh, I don't want to trip over here. Mile 11, right around a 13 to 14 minute pace. The leader at this point is about 45 minutes ahead of me. The next guy that I would come up on is about 3 minutes ahead of me. And supposedly there's a decent pack up ahead. There's a runner right in front of me. There's a pack coming up. I'm on mile 11 of 46. I am almost a quarter of the way through. Alright, just hit mile 19. I had an issue at mile the 18. My poles that I have strapped to the bottom of my pack, one of them came loose, and I spent a little bit of time power hiking trying to fix it on the move, and it didn't work. So I had to stop and take my pack off and figure it out. We're coming up on the 20 mile aid station is a drop bag, and it's where I plan to grab some refuel and then drop a bunch of gear that I don't need, cold weather gear, my gloves and my long sleeve. The pants will be interesting because the shorts that I want to wear are on the outside of the leggings, so someone's getting a show. But anyway, then I can put all that in the drop bag I have at mile 20. Things are going pretty well. I feel like I'm pacing myself pretty good. I really won't know until further into the race. Mile 35 is where I'll probably figure out how miserable I am or not. That seems to be about where it really came off. Although at the Georgia Jewel, it was mile 10 that I realized I couldn't hold the pace I was running, and that's pretty bad news to discover. 20% into the race. So then at the halfway point, I was really hurting, but I was still kind of keeping it together. And by the time I got to, I think it was either 28 or 35, or maybe it was both a little bit. But my heart rate just blew up, and I started doing 20-minute miles. I've been wanting another high 40s race or a 50 miler so I could try a few different things out, and that's what I'm doing on this race. More intentional in my pacing at the beginning for about 2/3 of this thing, and then we'll see how it goes from there. All right, I'm out. All right, I'm right at about 26 miles, and this seemed really pretty, so I wanted to capture it. How's it going? Let's go. Pretty cool. So, all right, I'm at 26 miles, and I'm still feeling pretty good. I got 20 miles to go, so I'm on the other side, and I feel pretty good. I've had a couple of moments. In fact, just coming up to that waterfall, I was in the middle of one, but that waterfall kind of rejuvenated me, and nothing major, just the endurance of certain pains. There's something going on in my left ankle when I hit a rock a certain way with my foot. My pelvis always hurts after this many miles. My stomach has had a couple of topsy-turvy moments, which is actually kind of weird. It's not usually something that I struggle with, but this is also one of the other things I'm experimenting with. I usually bring my own food, but it's a lot heavier, so I'm just going with gels and powders and the usual shenanigans. So I don't know if that's it or not, but otherwise the energy level is feeling pretty good. Still feel pretty positive outlook. I was excited to get to 26 miles so that I could say, all right, the marathon's done. Now I need to just do the other 20 miles. There we go. So I got about 6 to go. I was, whoa! Jeez. I was cruising along pretty good, and at the late 20s miles, in the miles of the late 20s ish, I had I dropped all my stuff down to fill it all up, and then loaded it all back up and got running again, and got about a mile down the road before I realized, sounded like an animal, I ain't even gonna lie. Got a mile down the road and realized I left my GoPro back at the aid station, had to run a mile back, watching myself run by people that I had passed that were now passing me, and then grab my GoPro and then run the mile, rerun the mile I'd already ran. Serious impact to the morale, but I got over it, or at least I got a perspective, and that was, I mean, that was a million miles ago. We're at mile 40. I got 6 to go. Whoa, jeez, damn tree. I got 6 to go, 6-ish. I couldn't be happier about that. I want to be done with this. I'm super tired. I forgot to grab my headlamp at the bag drop, so I'm probably going to end up having to use my phone. Lights are going down. It's 4 o'clock. Sun will be down soon. At the last aid station, my homies Joe and Troy were there, and so I did something I've never done before while running. I did a fireball shot, and then it made me dry heave, and it tasted delicious, and the dry heaving somehow made me feel amazing, and I'm ready to rock. I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of wanted to just sit there and not finish and just drink more Fireball. All right, so only a couple minutes left on the battery, or on the memory card. I'm gonna let it go there. The finish. Woo, the finish. This is a good thing right here. There it is. First place, right? Right? Oh my goodness.